Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba, bada-bing, bada-bang. Wonderful Waffles has two threads for us. Would you rather ... And we also got this one, story complaints and spoilers. And these are both very recent. Let's check this out, because there's some discussion to be had. Give the main topic a read. I'm gonna hit this again. Read these. Oh, sleepy. I think we all feel sleepy sometimes. It's not the story that is lacking. It's the delivery. One of the core strengths of Subnautica is the moment-to-moment gameplay, and interrupting that with chatty characters I have no reason to care about really takes you out of the moment. It feels like I'm being spoon-fed what Subnautica allowed the player to largely piece together on their own, which fits much better with the theme of exploration and discovery. You know, I want to do a quick interjection right here. I do this all the time. Get used to it. My bad. But it's kind of like Subnautica is watching a movie by yourself. Maybe it's a murder mystery or there's a plot twist and you figure it out on your own. And you're like, I think it's this. And then it is. It turns out to be that. But it wasn't so obvious, but it was that. And you feel clever. Like, hey, I came to that on my own. I reached that conclusion all by myself. I'm a big boy or I'm a big girl. You know, whatever. I'm a big deerkin. Whatever you are. Now, Below Zero's like watching a movie, but you got your friend with you and they've already seen it. Every time something happens, oh, just wait till the next scene. They'll explain why. Or hey, don't trust that guy. He's killed before. He's lying. Hey, notice what that guy's got on his waist? Yeah, pay attention to that. That's a big deal. They're ruining it for you. You're not able to come to your own conclusions because you've got someone basically right there telling you what's happening as it's happening. That's what Below Zero feels like. The player can't come to their own conclusions. We can't make up our own mind and our own decisions. When people talk about the ideal game as an interactive movie, it's got it. If the movie is not good, then the game's not going to be good. And the movie I'll put together for this game is not good. I think people are confusing them liking the game with that meaning that the game has a good story. It's like, no, you can like a bad game. You can hate a good game. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Just be honest about it. Old Wolf, second reply. Jill Murray is a brilliant writer. If they are, I've not seen it. I've not played Assassin's Creed. I can only judge Jill Murray's merit as a writer based off of her writing that I've seen. And based off of what I've seen in Below Zero, well, hey guys, if you're here right now and you're watching this video, chances are you've seen some of my other videos or you're looking back through my playlist, and I've got over 100 videos where I talk about how bad how this game in particular, specifically Below Zero. I've got over 100 videos where I tell you exactly why it's bad, what about it is bad, and how it could have been done better, and how to fix it. So, that's subjective. That's an opinion. I respectfully disagree with it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I have a different... Anyway, I've been enjoying the story as it is now. I did have a look at the prior story, and what a mess. It's no wonder they brought on a new writer because it had no direction whatsoever. It was a confused mess. This story is a story. It's a quite good one, too. I don't really have to say more than that. I think you should have to say more than that. Because if we say that we don't like the game, we don't like the story, and then you guys on the left are like, you have to say more than that. You have to explain why. We don't like the game because it's woke. What's so woke about it? You demand that we answer all your questions. But when you give your own hot takes, I really don't have to say more than that. You don't have to explain yourself, but you demand we explain ourselves. Double standards, two-tier justice. Rules for thee, but not for fucking me. Hellslayer. Yeah, okay. Cougarific. Uh-oh. Cougarific. Just like Catalytic, just like a couple other. Calm, level-headed, mellow as fuck. Veterans of the community. They gotta speak up. This video's for you, Cougarific. The original story was really just a series, and the original story of Below Zero. We're not talking about Subnautica. The original story for Below Zero that they rewrote, where we start off the game in Sector Zero on Research Base Zero. Everything's fine. Oh no, there's a meteor shower. Everyone evacuates, but we can't evacuate. Someone took our shuttle, so we're stuck on the. Anyway, that was the first story. The original story was really just a series of, oh wow, cinematic moments, set pieces, that needed to be stitched together with a more fleshed out narrative. The avalanche wiped out the base, the scientists taking the last emergency shuttle and crash landing it in the glacial basin, the explosion aboard the Vesper, the transport rocket hitting this suddenly from out of nowhere planetary force field, which I think that was stupid. That one particular part. That's for another video. And the discovery of the frozen Leviathan. Those are all elements from the original story, right? In comparison, this story suffers from a distinct lack of oh wow moments and a confusing anti-hero narrative, shifting motivations for the main character because we go there to find out about Sam, but then it's more like, oh wow, Altera bad, do things for me to help Alan out. And it's like, hello, Sam's dead body is somewhere, and her spirit's like, Robin, you came to this planet for me, what are you doing? Leave the sea monkeys alone, get your finger out its ass. Shifting motivations for the main character and a murky at best narrative arc. Personally, I think the original story had far more potential and could have made a better game. It just needed fleshing out and polishing. Okay, a lot of polishing. The story would have felt more familiar to fans of Subnautica and was well on the way to giving us an actual mystery to solve it. Example, what happened aboard the Vesper? Ooh, boy, I got something to say about that. An actual mystery. Because the main drive of the whole game is to solve the mystery. What happened about Sam? Well, Sam's death was not a mystery. It's exactly what Altera said it was. The mystery was a red herring. There is no mystery. And we find out what happened, and there's no twist. It's exactly as it's played out to be. It's directly on the nose. There's no mystery. But when we first crash land, we can look at our PDA, and the PDA is like, why is Sector Zero on the equator, but it's an Arctic biome? Who knows? What's the mystery behind the formation of the landmass under Sector Zero? Where'd that landmass come from? There's hints that it's recent. There's a lot of, for it to be an Arctic biome, there sure is a whole lot of fucking geothermal activity going on. How do we have the geothermal activity underwater, but we've got a frozen ice shelf and a glacier? It's so weird. It's a mystery. Find out more, right? Play the game to find out more? Nope. Nowhere in the game is there any PDA that ever touches on that subject again. That mystery is left unanswered. Oh, the mystery of what were the precursors doing in Sector Zero, because they've got, architect structures in Sector Zero. What were they doing there? Well, as far as the player can find out, as of the Seaworthy update, I've played all the way through it, and there's no answer to that. There are so many actual mysteries that the player is going to care about, and they're going to be made, unless they remove those PDAs for the final release, to where they hide any mention of it. It's like, hey, it's like we made Subnautica Below Zero, a story-based game. Yeah, well, where's the story? Where is it at? Next